Okay, dah start record dah. Tapi kantoi lah buka skrip. Jap, nak tutup.
Kat dalam phone.
Okay, bila boleh. Jap, ada orang chat nak reply jap. Sabar tau.
Banyak lagi weh.
Afaf banyak boyfriend.
Mana ada, ya Allah.
Kalau yang besar tu lagi sarung tangan ni ini tak. Panasnya phone aku, ya Allah.
Ya weh, cakap dok. Dia kepanasan. Kenapa ini
panas?
Okay dah. Boleh? Okay, dah boleh start. Okay. One. Dani tak nak pasang background ke?
Tak boleh. I dah apa tak boleh.
Alah, weh tak boleh. Sorry. Sorry.
Padam kita ni. Padam.
Tertutup. Dah okey.
Nak cakap apa?
Introduce lah sikit. Kan macam mana? Introduce pasal topik kita. Lepas tu cakap pasal
So, kita buat komunikasi dua hala.
betul. Oh, ni tanya kita jawab.
Boleh.
Okey, boleh. Dani okey?
Boleh dulu. Okay, start.
Dah, boleh?
Okay, hi guys. How are you doing?
Hi.
So, what are we gonna do today? It's like I heard that we have a tuto about paraphrasing a sentence, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I agree
yes,
with
you're
that.
right. You're right.
So, here's the slide from Mr. Safwan, of course. So today we're gonna discuss about a few type of text, so we say sentence, paraphrase, surgery, lab, which we need to diagnose, repair, and justify.
Oh,
So let's moving on.
The name's so cool.
so what we're gonna do?
This is the mission briefing right here, the task goal for tonight, which is we as the academic editors. So our primary objective is to investigate and resolve issues. So our job is to diagnose, repair, and justify, just like it says in the slide. Let's moving on fast, guys. We need to be energetic.
Let's go.
Cache file number 1.
Ooh.
This is the first step,
Oni,
which is AI and human issue.
Oni,
Sure.
I want to
Go
read
on,
that.
go on.
Okay. So, the case file, #001. Analyze the following original text carefully before reviewing the suspects. Okay, the original text says social media platforms influence how individuals form opinions, often reinforcing existing beliefs rather than encouraging critical thinking.
Actually, what do you guys understand about original text?
Maybe raw text, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes,
Unedited text.
Hmm.
understand. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Step one, sample the suspect. So this is actually a few sample that has been provided for us to analyze it. So,
Yeah.
me as student A, and actually we will all discuss this together.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So the first sample is sample A. So patch writing. Actually, for myself, I understand that patch writing is something like we copy one sentence we copy from the original to be patched into our own sentence or text. And actually, it's almost getting close to the plagiarism risk. Because why? Because we're basically just patching up things from the original text, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What do you guys
yeah,
think?
that is true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Patch writing is just we just copy from the original text and put it inside the new sample, and then it just um goes to what we call that?
Goes into our own text.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is not like originality from our lah.
Yeah.
Allah Akbar,
Yeah.
sorry.
Astaghfirullah.
I'm sorry, but so this is the analysis table. Right
Okay.
here, we need to okay. Let's brief this a bit.
We need to
So we need
diagnose.
to yes, we need to analyze what is wrong with the text and
Whoa.
what type of issues. So for
Mm,
the first sample is actually patch writing, and we just discussed just now.
mm, mm.
So I want one volunteer to write to read the text, please.
Sample
Dani.
what?
I vote for Dani.
Read the first text.
Or read the first tag.
Yes.
Eh?
Just read through.
Okay, okay. Social media platform influence how people form opinion, often reinforcing their existing belief instead of encouraging critical thinking.
Alright, so there's some words, some sentence that actually been fetched from the original text, which is, as we can see, there's influence how people form opinions. As we can see from the original one, right?
Yeah,
There's also the same sentence
yeah.
from
The
the one,
the
you know?
sentence influence how people form opinion,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
So
It's
patch writing actually closely follows the structure and the wording of the original ideas.
hmm,
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all for this first sample.
Okay.
Moving on to the next sample, sample B.
Okay,
yes,
I want to read.
okay.
Go, go.
Okay. Okay, sample B. Weak paraphrase. Social media affects opinions and may not support critical thinking. Okay, that's all.
So we paraphrase. What do we understand about we paraphrase? Is that actually for me I understand that the meaning is not fully delivered. So
Yeah,
it lost the
Yeah.
meaning of the original text, right? So
for me, I think it's too short
yeah,
and it does not accurate with the original sentence.
Okay.
that is true. That's true.
Yeah, that is true. And and I think the impact will be the audience will not get the the real
There,
content of
True, true.
what the writer want to tell actually.
yeah, you're right.
That is true. I
Okay.
think because the sentence is too short too and does not accurately reflect the full ideas of the source.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And for the sample C, I will read that.
Okay.
So it was AI phrase, which goes social media plays a role in shaping opinions, frequently strengthening prior beliefs rather than promoting deeper analysis. So actually, from the AI phrase was just an over reliance on synonym replacement, I think.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
And
Because
I think, yes, go on.
yeah. No, I think but I think the impact, the negative impact that will happen is um well, what if the writer too depends too much on AI, he will be not uh, the originality from human will disappear. Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
that's true. Should we
that's for
move
me.
to the next set?
Let's
Or do you
go.
guys want to discuss
Okay,
more?
let's go to the
Let's
next
go.
set.
Let's go. So later we will be filling up this, um, you know, this
Table.
table.
Disable. Okay. Okay,
Okay,
teacher.
this is set two, structure and meaning. So case file 002, observe the structural integrity and semantic meaning of the soup.
Mm,
The original text sounds like online learning provides flexibility for students, but it may reduce opportunities for face-to-face interaction and immediate feedback. So this
Oh.
is the original text as
yeah.
usual, and it's simple. The suspect.
Okay. I will read the sample A for page writing, which is online learning provides flexibility for students, but it may reduce chances for face-to-face interaction and immediate feedback. So I think that this page writing is also has the same problem. It copy from the original text and it too close to the original text.
Yeah, that
So
is true.
mm, and
Mm.
phrases like online learning provide flexibility for students. Actually, just a patch out sentence
Yeah,
to their own text.
and
Yeah.
also the line reduce chance for face-to-face interaction and immediate feedback is also patched.
Yes,
Yes.
only a minor word adjustment are made, so not that effective actually.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, moving on
Okay.
to sample B.
Sample B, weak paraphrase. As usual, we have this one, the very short sentence. Online learning is flexible but not very effective for students. So it's too general and oversimplified, right?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that is too simple. Mm.
yes, it lost the meaning.
Yes, that's very true.
It is not.
And the
It's
last one,
also not fully preserved for me.
mm,
Okay. Moving on to the next sample. It is AI paraphrase. While online learning offers flexibility, it can limit direct interaction and instant feedback for learners. Here, the sentence here change some wording, but still relies mainly on synonym replacement.
Yeah, I think so too.
the influence of the deeper restructuring of the idea itself. So
Yeah,
it's not that good comparing to the original text.
yeah, it also lacks deeper restructuring the idea.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next set. I think this is the last set.
Okay.
Really?
Yay! I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yay!
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 I'm
Totally
I'm
and
a good
structure.
detective.
Danny, go!
Go,
Okay,
Dani.
for case file 003, it the original tag is students who rely heavily on technology may struggle to develop independent thinking skill. They determine the okay. Okay, the instruction is to determine if the academic voice has been preserved or compromised.
Okay. This is the suspect. Yours. Touch writing again.
Yeah, it's the same.
Again and again. Okay,
So, the
for sample
patch one. Ah, go on, go on.
okay, for sample A, me again. The first writing is students who rely heavily on technology may struggle to develop their independent thinking skill. Is plagiarism all over again because it's patch writing. And you can
Yes,
see from that line rely heavily on technology and develop their independent thinking skill. It's all patch.
yes. Only minimal changes are made, right? So it's not fully reprise
Rephrase.
the idea itself. So the next
Sample A
sample,
is the
Okay,
suspect.
move on to the next sample. It is weak paraphrase. Students
yeah,
using technology cannot think independently. The I I can see that it is like simple like simple from set 1 and set 2. It is oversimplified and inaccurate.
yes,
The
that's true. Because like the original idea itself actually suggests heavy reliance on the technology may affect independent thinking. But the sentence actually states that students cannot think independently, which change the meaning and exaggerates the claim.
Yeah, it's so distorted meaning.
Yeah. And sample C, AI phrase again. The heavy dependence on technology can make it difficult for students to develop independent thinking ability. So here is just the same overuse of synonym replacement, which is, but it still keeps a very similar structure and idea to the original text.
Yeah,
However, this type of paraphrase actually often appear AI generated or mechanically rewritten without significant restructuring of the sentence.
I can see the impact is overuse of synonym replacement.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Mm.
see it's just too much synonym.
So to conclude all, actually, for sample A, just touch writing, sample
Yeah.
B, with paraphrase, and sample C, just AI phrase. Like, so there are more.
Another table. We will fill in the blank
Representation.
later.
So first, um, do we want to divide?
Yeah.
Who's gonna talk about set A, set one? Want to talk about set two and three?
I think I will talk about set 2.
Taking a sip, please, for yourself. I will
I
take
love that.
set one. So for set one, it asks here your input paraphrase. Wait, so my input paraphrase. Wait, let me see the original. Social media platforms influence how individuals form opinions by forcing listening rather than encouraging. So do we need to improve the version or something?
Yeah, I think we should
Mm, let me read my improved
try.
paraphrase for set
Okay,
one.
only
Yeah.
try to give your answer, please. I wanna hear.
Huh?
Try to
My
give your
answer.
answer.
Okay. Wait, let me read it for you guys. So my improved version goes by wait, I should okay, this is the original, right? So my improved paraphrase is although online learning allows students to study with greater flexibility, it can
Mm-hmm.
also reduce opportunities for direct communication with instructor and limit the avail- availability of immediate feedback. So that is
Oni,
my improved paraphrase. Wait,
Oni, are you sure that
I
is
think
the
I
correct one?
accidentally
Are you sure that is the correct
set
one?
two. Let me post set two.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay,
Hmm.
it's okay.
Wait,
Just go on. Okay, Oni, can you read your answer for set one?
so this is my improved paraphrase.
Yeah.
So it goes by social media platforms significantly shape how individuals develop their opinions, often encouraging users to accept information that confirms that their existing views rather than engaging in thoughtful or critical evaluation. So
Hmm.
it's basically like you're just paraphrasing the text while still keeping the original meaning.
Okay.
So
Can I
there's
ask
just
you the
Can
questions?
you?
wait, this is a question.
Let
So
me ask
just a
you the
page.
questions. The first one is, what structural changes did you make?
I think my there's several structural changes that I made to improve the paraphrase, which is I reorganizing by shifting the focus from influence how people form opinions to shape how individuals develop their opinion. And also the clause order was adjusted to create a smoother academic flow. And I also add new phrasing such as encouraging users to accept information that confirms their existing view, which replaced the original wording about reinforcing belief. So this structural modification actually help ensure the sentence is not too similar to the original source.
Okay, whoa, interesting. Okay.
Okay. For the second question, how did you preserve meaning?
Meaning, I think for meaning, I still maintain the core idea of the original statement, but also I improved the paraphrase that still communicates that media social affects how people form opinions and that it often strengthens existing what is that sound?
I'm sorry.
Existing
I'm
beliefs
sorry. Just go on. Just go on. I will
rather
tell
than
you later.
promoting critical thinking. Okay, so there's a few key concepts such as opinion formation, reinforcing of prior belief, and limited critical analysis that is remain present in the paraphrase version, which ensure the intended meaning is preserved. So
Okay.
the last question.
Let me ask you the last question. Why do you think your version is acceptable?
Oh my god, very judging. Okay,
Okay.
I think this version is very is acceptable because it demonstrates proper paraphrasing techniques. Like the sentence structure itself has been significantly changed, which is different vocabulary has been used appropriately, and the original meaning is still clearly expressed. So unlike the patch writing, with what with writing
Boba,
and
boba.
AI paraphrase. Hey, we're in the meeting.
Okay, I'm
Oh my
sorry. I'm
god,
sorry. I'm sorry for not
I
being
will talk.
professional.
Okay, we'll proceed. Okay,
Okay.
unlike patch writing and all the AI paraphrase, the improved version, actually not copy phrases directly from the sources. So it helps avoid oversimplifying the idea, which ensure the message remain accurate while reflecting independent academic writing. I think
Mm,
that's all from the set
okay.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on to the set two.
Your your answer is acceptable. I agree with your answer.
I like
Oh my
your
god.
answer.
Alright.
Okay. Let's move on to the set two.
Okay.
Okay. I do take a note for the set two earlier. So I will just give you guys the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. My improved version for set two. Um, first for set two original text is, although online learning allows students to study with greater flexibility, it can also reduce opportunities for direct communication with instructors and limit the availability of immediate feedback. Okay, here is the okay. You have
The question
any question?
is to
Can
answer the
you
question.
can you read
The
the question?
justification. So the first question is what structural what structural changes did you make?
Okay. As far as I can see, the justification that I make is the sentence begins with, although online learning allows students to study with greater flexibility, which changes the original structure while maintaining the same idea. The phrase reduce opportunities for direct communication with instructors replaces the original wording about face-to-face interaction. These, these changes helps create a new sentence pattern rather than copying the original structure. Okay, how about the next
Okay.
question?
Okay. Second question is how did you preserve meaning?
Okay, that is a good question. Okay, the improved paraphrase keeps the main ideas of the original statement. It still highlights these two key points. The first one is online learning provides flexibility for students. The second one is it may reduce direct interaction and immediate feedback between students and instructors. By maintaining these two key ideas while using different wording and structure, the paraphrase accurately represents the original meaning.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Last question is why is your version acceptable?
Okay, I do with Oni earlier. That's this question's kind of judgy actually.
Yeah.
Okay, I think my version is acceptable because it demonstrates proper paraphrasing techniques. The sentence structure has been organized, different vocabulary has been used, and the meaning of original statement remains clear. Unlike patch writing, the paraphrases the paraphrase does not copy phrases directly from the source. It also provide it also avoids oversimplifying the idea, ensuring that the important information from original text is retained while expressing it in new wording. I think that's all for
Yay.
me. Thank you for the question.
Very good answer. Very strong answer from you. Let's move to the next one. The last set.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
Yani.
okay. Now I will take for the set three. So we already read the original version, so I will just read my improved paraphrase. So my improved paraphrase is when student depends too much on technology, it may limit their ability to think critically and develop independent ideas.
Okay, okay. I have a question from me.
Hmm?
So the first question is, what structural changes did you make for this
Okay.
sentence?
Okay. For the structural changes that I make, um, we were made the sentences begin with when students depend too much on technology. It changed the order and structure of my original of the original statement from case 3, and it additionally the phrase limit their ability to think critically and develop independent idea. It also replaces the original wording about struggling to develop independent thinking skill. This statement ensure the sentence's structure is different from the original source.
Okay, okay. Whoa, nice.
Moving to the next question. This is the
Okay.
common question actually. Okay, how did you preserve meaning in the text?
Okay. Um, the improved paraphrase that I make, it keep the main idea that excessive reliance on technology may negatively affect student independent thinking skill. Even though I use different vocabulary and sentence structure, the paraphrase still communicate that too much dependence on technology can influence student ability to think independently and critically.
Next
Okay.
question. I'm gonna
Okay.
judge you. Why is your version very acceptable?
So judgy.
Yes.
Okay. I think that my version is acceptable because I did it myself. Okay. No.
Okay.
Okay.
What a
No, because
simple
it
answer. What a
demonstrates
simple answer.
proper
Yes.
paraphrasing technique, the real paraphrasing technique. The wording and sentence structure that I have used have been significantly changed, while the original meaning is still maintained. Unlike patch writing, the purpose does not copy phrases directly from the source, but I might avoid oversimplifying or distorting the meaning, which ensure that the idea is clearly expressed in the writer own words.
That's a
Okay,
good
that's all.
answer.
Okay.
I think, oh yeah, that's all. Good with
Yay,
Yay.
we're done.
resources.
Well
So
done.
basically,
Well done, guys.
all
Well,
the overall of our presentation, not presentation, our
Our
meeting today,
discussion.
yeah, discussion. So it's just about patch writing,
Yeah,
AI
mm,
phrasing, and all.
yeah,
yeah.
that is true.
We
So have you guys understand about all of this thing that we discussed?
Yes, of
yeah.
course. I will not. I will
I
not
will not.
repeat the mistake that is
Yes,
that
Yeah.
is here.
that's the energy. I think that's all for tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
See you
Bye.
I
again.
wanna go sleep.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to submit.
Yes, submit.
Okay. Alright, that's it.